Hello and welcome to Get Into Games, a podcast. Blah, blah. Well, hello and welcome to Get Into Games on Air, a podcast about board games and the people who play them. That was seamless, with no issues with my words. My name is Craig, as always, and joining me for the second time ever is Rebecca.
And the last time.
Why?
Because if you can't do the opening crawl.
Opening crawl?
Pod bar.
It's not a Star War.
Blah, blah, blah.
We're not having a Star War. We're
We
not
might
doing
be having a Star War. You don't know.
I would love to have a Star War. It's almost May. We're going to do a Star War.
You could have redone it.
You could have run it back. Yeet.
You would have looked more professional.
I could have 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
No, that's not cool.
Yeet.
No.
Like Jay Uso.
No.
It's WrestleMania.
Nobody's going to know who that is.
WrestleMania. What do you mean nobody? We got the 3 people that listen to this podcast know wrestling.
Right.
Yeet.
And what was why didn't you run it back? Why
Yeet.
did you decide to go with the mistake?
Yeet.
Not fix the mistake.
Yeet.
Okay.
Yeet.
Are you just going to spend the whole podcast yeeting?
Yeet.
Right, that could get real annoying.
Yeet.
Oh my god.
Yeet.
Right, well, I'll just talk about what we're talking about then, shall
Yeet.
I? How long are you going to keep this up?
Yeet.
Why is the arms going up as well? Like, you have to move your arms with it as you do it.
Yeet.
You look ridiculous.
Yeet.
Okay, can we get on with the podcast, please?
Yeet. Of course we can. This is a board game podcast, not a wrestling podcast, although it is WrestleMania weekend and there are wrestling board games that we could talk about, but we're not going to do that. We're going to talk about UK Games Expo. It is but 44 days away.
44 43 now?
44 and 43.
Well, it's nearly the end of the day, so is it 40? Is it closer to 43 or closer to 40?
It's a glass half empty
if
kind of
you count the
day.
Thursday, is it a 44 or is it 43?
Well, it's 43 if you count the Thursday. Because they don't count the Thursday on their website.
So 43 then.
Yeah, so we're going to have a chat about some of the exciting things. We're going to do a few different episodes for UKGE over the next 43, 44, glass half empty, glass half full.
We're not going to do it for 44 days.
No, we're not. When you're not.
Can you imagine a podcast every day?
You're not lucky enough to get a podcast or hear my dulcet tones every single day unless you follow me on Instagram. Yeet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So UK Games Expo is the largest board game convention in the country.
Did they measure it?
They did, yeah.
They were like, literally, the square footage is the largest space.
Yeah, they had one of those. They had one of those wheel things that you have at school
where
you measure the play.
Trundle wheel.
Trundle wheel.
Yeah.
They have a Miss Trundle wheel.
Yeah. They go around and they're like, "Yeah, this is
officially the largest." And then someone else will go around with their Trundle wheel in another part.
So Aircon went round with their Trundle wheel, and they were like, "No, this is officially."
Well, we're like second biggest, not smallest. I don't know. I think like square footage, but it must be like the second biggest.
Is it square footage or is it the amount of people that turn up?
Oh, the amount of people. Well, you can't. It's not really fair to put a trundle wheel on a person.
What?
You can't have people lying down and then run trundle wheels over people to find out how many.
Do you count the people or do you count
just counting
the size of the place?
I thought it depends on the size of the people because.
What? I totally lost the.
You can't have as many people in a room if all the people are too big.
If all the people are 7 foot
wide.
7 foot wide?
Yeah, because height doesn't really matter. Have you seen the size of the venue there?
Yeah, but it does matter if you're getting on the Asmodee bus. Like, literally, no one would be able to fit on.
Yeah.
They'd have to all, like, crouch down, get on the top, and then nobody else would fit in.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a spoiler the Asmodee bus will be this year, because it's definitely the Asmodee bus is there, but there might be another method of transport.
Well, they were posting about the Asmodee bus.
They were posting about the bus, but they never mentioned the other method of transport that might be there.
Ooh.
A little bit of sizzle there.
You've got some inside
little bit of sizzle there.
Well, don't give it away.
I won't. I will not give any sort of large.
Right, so it's
black.
largest largest.
vehicle that you flag down in town.
Well, no, they had one of those last year, didn't they?
They didn't have a taxi, no.
I don't think you just should have said that.
Oh no! Well, don't worry. No one's listening.
Bleep,
No one's listening to this
beep.
podcast anyway, so don't worry about that.
But that's not as exciting as a bus.
That's
like
there.
what
That
would
is
have been
there.
really exciting would have been like a
Whole
ship
big trash.
or a massive train.
The Millennium Falcon's
The
there.
Asmodee
They're going to have the
train.
Millennium Falcon.
You know, just outside, or like
Play
one
Star
of
Wars
those-
Unlimited.
one of those bendy buses. You just go around the outside of the
I want
NEC.
an enormous double hand that you go inside and sit in and play double inside a hand.
All right. I feel like you might have to temper your expectations.
I have very much temper expectations for UKGE.
I get really
I'm
angry.
going to get really angry at the queues. I'll be like, oh, grr at the queues.
But there aren't any really queues, are there?
There aren't any. There is.
I mean, to be fair, when you
rush,
arrive in the morning,
the rush of the nerds as the doors open and everyone runs to get their exclusive that they could still get after the expo. But they run to be within the first 25 minutes to get a game.
If you could run, you'd be running.
I run often.
No, you don't.
No, you're right. I don't run. I wouldn't run.
If you could run,
I
you'd be
wouldn't
at
run.
the front of the queue.
I wouldn't run. Absolutely not.
There's a little bit of a queue, but there's not like
No.
loads of a queue.
There's never loads of a queue.
Like it goes pretty fast.
It
doesn't
does. It goes
I
pretty
don't know what
fast.
loads of a queue is.
Loads of a queue.
That doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't know. We'll have
That's
to get the
not,
trundle wheel out
actually-
again, won't we?
That's not how people speak.
It's
is
not
it?
how people speak at all. That's not. But we can
You'd
get.
think a teacher would speak a bit better.
Yeah, we'll have to find a teacher first, won't we?
But yeah.
And see how they speak.
So yeah, largest board game convention.
According to the Trundle Wheel Master.
The convening of board games. The board games all get together. They have
Yeah.
a nice.
And there is, it's quite nice.
Chat.
Yeah, it's quite nice because it's a convention for board games where the majority of vendors are selling board games. I'd say it's quite nice.
No, whether that's true.
It's quite interesting. I don't know.
There are a lot of board game.
Yeah, but they take up more
vendors,
space.
Exhibitors.
Five halls this year. 5 big old halls. It's
It
bigger.
said 3 halls of exhibitors.
I don't know.
It said 3 halls of
You got
exhibitors.
Hall Uno that's going to be open
Uno
gaming,
doesn't- Oh right, okay.
and then you're going to have the others.
And then one's the
There's
ticket hall.
4. There's 4 halls of.
3 halls. It says 3 halls on the
They
website.
don't know anything on the website.
Got no idea
They-
about their own event.
They don't know anything.
3 halls, I reckon. One's the ticket and the bring and buy, and
Mm.
one's the open gaming. Right?
Yeah. And the other 4.
So it's quite large, and they all convene together.
They convene, and it's very nice.
I really like the way halls 2 and 3 convene.
I do. I think the way it was last year, it was all open. So
You just
I-
walk.
you'd walk
for
in-
miles.
you'd be in hall 2, and then all of a sudden you turn left, and you're like, I'm in hall 4. How did I get here?
How do I get back?
Exactly. You get lost. You don't. You never
I
get
spent
lost.
last year trying to find specific stalls and go around in circles.
Yeah, that's
It was hard.
that's UKG. But there will do an episode all about a beginner's guide to UKG. I think that'll be an episode a
Or
bit
you could
closer.
go back and listen to a previous.
We did a beginner's guide, but that was a beginner's guide to 2024. This is a beginner's guide to 2026, or this is a different beginner.
Oh,
There's a new breed of gamer
is it?
coming. Yes,
What are they like?
penguins. They're small penguin
wow.
people.
I could just imagine everyone in the queues going, "Where did all the penguins come from?"
Yeah, they're low like Pingu. They just go. Wah, 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 wah,
And they're
wah.
only interested in Pengolo,
Yeah.
Penguin Party, pick up a penguin,
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
weird. And they're always just going to the sushi bar. It's really odd. It's just a queue of them outside of a sushi bar. Very odd. Flippers is there.
Oh yeah,
They're actually
Shoal.
they're all Mike. They're just all there. Just
Oh yeah.
yeah.
In fact, maybe he's enticed them.
He
over.
probably has.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe they came on the boat with time.
With his
troopers.
peacock plumage.
They could have come on the boat with time troopers. Maybe they just
Probably. They probably have come on the boat with
Were
time troopers. It's
in the
taken.
hold.
It's gone around the world.
They're like, it's
that
taken
boat.
a long time, and the penguins have all got on board.
Yeah.
They're like, where
They're
did
like-
all these penguins
They're like
come
the penguins from Madagascar. You know nothing. You saw nothing at all as they sneak into the hole. Every copy of Time Troopers has a penguin inside the box.
One of those, like, it's dehydrated because obviously
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
being in
yeah.
the water, and then as soon as you open the box and
Yeah.
a little bit of damp gets in,
Moisture,
you're, right,
grows into a giant penguin and jumps out. I can't wait to do the Time Troopers penguin experience. That new level, that bonus level, that's the secret level that's underneath the deck, and it's like flippers. So you're playing out your troops, and they're trooper penguins. But they also, when you play one, it bumps the next one, and it flips the next one, and then it scores you extra points, and you get fish, and then you never get fish, and it flips the card over and stuff like that. I don't know how that works in Time Troopers, but it does. Yeah, I'm excited to see those penguins go. And then there's like the little Easter eggs. There's loads of like bees flying around, and then every so often it rains.
Yeah,
because Bees in the Rain is currently on Kickstarter at the moment, fully funded, and there will be limited copies.
300% funded.
There will be limited. There will be limited. What is wrong with me?
If you sign up to the Kickstarter,
if you sign up to the Kickstarter,
this is an aside. We should really talk about this.
I know, but we've
if
mentioned...
you sign up to the Kickstarter for Bees in the Rain, although you never find it if you look for Bees in the Rain, because that's not its actual name.
I mean,
Craig can't remember what the actual name is.
It's a better name.
If you sign up to the Kickstarter of Bees in the Rain, then you might get your copy at UKGE.
UK Games Expo. Yeah, they'll have limited copies there. So
signed up. I was back at number 2.
Yeah, you can rain on the bees all day long. Yeah. And then you get to play Time Troopers. You get to do all the things at the Molinarius game stand. But as Becky said, we're jumping too far ahead of ourselves. So I will put a pin in that. Here's the pin. Pop. And the pin is in. So
can you please tell the lovely folk what the actual name of the game is, Craig?
Yes, it's Before the Bees in the Rain.
Before the Rain.
Before the Rain.
It is currently, because I've just looked it up, there are 89 backers so far.
89. Nice.
Smashed its target.
89. Nice.
Okay.
Yeet.
I think you've lost the plot. The yeeting and then the nice.
Nice. Not even the right
Maybe
number.
this was the wrong day to do the podcast.
No, it's the best day to do the podcast. Anyway, so UK Games Expo, talk to me. What notes did you take? I would read my notes that I've written and the research that I've done before this episode.
First of all,
but I'm going to let you read your notes first.
First of all, before we get into UK Games Expo,
okay.
If you're going to turn up to a convention, you want to be in the most stylish wardrobe.
Yes, a mankini.
No.
Oh.
So, listen, if your current wardrobe has less charisma than a blank player mat and your favourite t-shirt is looking more frayed than a rulebook after a 4-hour session, it's time to upgrade your components. Stop spawning in default skins and head over to Shirts and Merch Etsy shop to gear up with merch that has some legendary tier stats. Premium fabrics, so soft, and designs that complement your board game taste. Support the show, upgrade your inventory, and grab your new merch so that you are the most stylish player at the gaming table or at the gaming convention. Yeet.
Yes, Shirts and Merch are the best merchandise available. You're the most comfortable shirts that last wash after wash after wash. They won't be at I don't believe they have a stand at UK Games Expo this year. So you will have to go online beforehand. They'll tailor all of your needs. They do bags, they do mugs, they do stuff.
Jumpers,
they do hoodwars, they do t-shirts. They do everything. They do underpants. They don't do underpants. They do everything else you could ever possibly need.
Doing underpants now.
And you're going to look the most stylish you could ever look if you go to Shirts and Merch. And you'll look cool at the UK Games Expo. And then I'll see you at UK Games Expo wearing your Shirts and Merch t-shirt. I'll be wearing my Shirts and Merch t-shirt. We'll look at each other across the room, looking like two cool dudes like we are, and we'll give each other a subtle little nod. We're like,
what's it?
We'll just look at each other, or dudettes, whatever. We're going to look at each other and we're going to go, yeet. We're going to, that's it.
I might make it my Oh no, that'd be a bit weird. I was going to say I might make it my mission to try and take photos of as many people wearing shirts and merch designs as possible at UKGE.
Yes, I'm going to do that. I hope they get those pants sorted out soon. Because I'm going to be like, shirt? Does the carpet match the drapes? Let's check it out. Yeet. Drop them, son. I'll be like, go on, guys, pants him. Boom.
I think you might be kicked out of the games.
Nah, I'll put the games in the expo. Oh, that's how
putting the game into the expo.
Yeah, that's my euphemism.
That's called the bring and buy.
That's my euphemism for the day.
So if you're putting the games into the expo, that's the bring
That is true, yeah. I'll bring the expo into the games then.
So, UKGE is on the 29th of May to the 31st of May, although some of us may be going on the 28th of May.
Some of us will be.
At the NEC Birmingham and the Hilton Metropole Hotel.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. It is the highlight of the board gaming calendar.
It is.
Which until a few years ago, we never knew existed.
No.
But now we know it does exist. It's a bit like the Ideal Home exhibition. When you go, it's all very exciting. And then you just want to go to another one.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like that. You don't know about it. And then when you know about it, you've got to go every year.
It's very true.
So at UKGE, there will be, apparently, according to the website.
Oh, here we go, team. 3
halls full of exhibitors.
Yeet.
A specially curated library. There will be some costumed groups, which you can have photos with, like stormtroopers and a TARDIS.
And people in their shirts and merch t-shirts.
The Living History Village will be outside of...
Oh, the Vikings.
The Living History Village will be outside of...
The Vikings.
Yeah, but they call it on the website the Living History Village.
Oh, okay.
The Vikings will be outside on the lawn, outside.
Unless they're not going to do Vikings this year. They're having Living History Village. They're just going to have...
No, it was called the Living History Village last time.
Oh, okay.
It is the Vikings.
The Vikings. We'll have Vikings on the lawn.
On the lawn.
Lovely.
So, we thought on this podcast we would talk a little bit about the events, and then on the next podcast we'll talk about the exhibitors and maybe have some people talk about their stands and...
Yeah, we might even have an exhibitor on.
An exhibitor?
Someone. Or 2 people. 2 exhibitors maybe next week. A bit of a sizzle. Just because I haven't told Becky that I've probably lined up a guest for next week.
Who would be lined up?
Don't worry. It's sizzle. Now people will definitely want to tune in to the show.
I want to know who it is.
Well, I can tell you off pod.
You're going to make me wait till the end of the podcast?
Yeah.
That's rude.
Well, I'll tell you. Oh, no. I'll tell you live on the podcast at the end of the podcast. So those people that go, oh, I'm fed up of him talking about underpants, have to listen towards the end of the podcast. Yeah, that's how you trick them. That's how you keep your listeners. That's how you get them listening on longer.
They'll just turn off and then skip to the end.
I mean, they've not even got to this point. Let's face it.
So, there will be some role-playing games, lots of role-playing games, different types of role-playing games. There will be some mega games available. We've never played a mega game, but they always look quite interesting.
They look really good and really fun. I just think when you've got an expo that is so big, my one drawback to the mega games, not to say you shouldn't play one and join in with them, is that they take a long time.
Yeah.
They're like a day.
5-6 hours.
5 or 6 hours of your 5 or 6 hour day.
Be invested in it. I'd want to do a mega game, I think, but not at the expo.
Yes, correct.
Because there's too much to see and enjoy.
Yeah, but they still have a stand where you can find out more about them. It's worthwhile having a look at the chat.
There will be. So there's quite a lot of tournaments. So there's a Catan tournament.
Correct.
Which, if you're following M Game Scoring, she's been talking about the Catan tournament. Did you put her in? Did you tell her about that?
I told her about the World Championship.
The World
Watch it on YouTube because it's the most interesting thing to ever watch these people, these world champion Catan players.
What
Incredible.
surprised me was that the amount of time they spend deciding where they're first going to go.
Yes, because they essentially you'll look at the board and you'll puzzle out where you're going to present your row.
That's the most of the game. They spend like at least half an hour.
Yeah, because they're puzzling out, aren't they? They're looking, if I put my thing there and I build my roads in this direction and I put my other settlements here, where is the more likely I'm going to roll, going to gain more resources to do it quickly, because it is a race. It's a race to X amount of points. I can never remember. Is it 12? 10. It's 10 points, isn't it? It's 10 points.
There's a Terraforming Mars tournament.
Nice.
A Seven Wonders Duel tournament. Want to get involved in that, Craig?
No.
Want to watch it?
No.
Want to be anywhere near it?
No.
There's a Carcassonne tournament. There's a Dune Uprising tournament.
Nice.
A Blood Bowl Brawl tournament.
I love a Blood Bowl Brawl.
That would be quite cool.
It would be.
To get into that.
Blood Bowl is the greatest Games Workshop game ever made, and I'll hear none of it.
There is
Dungeon Bowl is the one I want to get. Dungeon Bowl looks so good.
There's a Heat tournament.
Heat.
I wonder if any of the die rolling Heat team might be entering. Maybe
John Trywin Games is entering. If he's not, I'm going to enter him. And it'll be like, surprise! Old man, you'll stand for an hour, go win a prize and bring me some booty. I don't know. Now it's about pirates somehow.
Wow. Unmatched tournament, Crokinole tournament, which we always see, I think.
Yeah.
An Ark Nova tournament, Ticket to Ride tournament, Bunny Kingdom tournament, which I thought was a strange choice. Are there a lot of people who play Bunny Kingdom? I think I've only ever played Bunny Kingdom once on VGA.
Yes.
But I didn't know there was a big
booming business
following.
Bunny business. Kingdom. Bunny Kingdom is bunny business.
A Wingspan tournament, Brass Birmingham tournament, King of Tokyo tournament, Azul tournament.
Yes.
Quite a few tournaments. I'm sure I've missed a few.
I wish they would have the giant King of Tokyo that they used to have. That's the one thing I've missed.
Such a big draw
over a while, but
for the kids,
who knows? But yeah.
So they were the tournaments.
Yes.
Do you want
the Unlimited has tournaments?
I haven't got there yet.
There's tournaments.
Yeah, I know, but that was a special sort of a tournament I was going to mention in a minute after we'd played our game, but you've already mentioned it. So shall we go on to that, or shall we play the game?
No, playing the game. Retcon that.
Okay.
Everyone pretend you didn't hear anything. Look, I'm putting up the flashy thing from Men in Black. Flash. Now I'm Will Smith.
What's it called?
Get my... What?
What was it called?
The pen.
No, there's a name for it.
The flashy thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't called the flashy thing.
The flashy thing.
No, it wasn't. I'm going to have to look it up now. Okay. Men in Black.
Men in Black. Flashy.
What's it called? Flashy.
There's people shouting right now. Flashlight. Call in. The number's 0800. Get into games on air. Call right in right now. And the dehumidifier.
Neuralizer.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said neuralizer. You just play back the tape. You'll hear me say.
Frequently referred to as the flashy thing.
See, I told you what it was. Neuralizer.
Right, you want to play a game?
Yes, I do. Okay. I love games.
This is the game where I give you 5 words and you have to guess the game.
Okay, clue 1, cards.
Yes.
Okay, clue 1, cards. She's in the living room. She's looked at things. Everdell.
No. The next clue is mat.
Mat. Like a play mat. Interesting. Car neuter.
No. The next word is fight.
Fight? Street Fighter. Fight. Play mat.
Street Fighter board game, isn't it?
Mat. Fight. But it's not going to be tag team because she doesn't like that game. And it doesn't have a mat.
That's not a requirement for the game that I have to like it.
No. It's a rubbish game too. Everyone loves it though.
Come on, what's your guess?
Tag team.
No.
What is it?
Next word is era.
Era? era. I should know this.
You should.
Cards, mat, era.
Fight. Do you need the last word?
Yeah.
Time.
Oh, God.
I got ya.
It's flippers.
No, it's not.
It's bees in the rain.
No, it's not. It's Time Troopers.
Of all the games, I've never called that anything else.
No.
Interesting.
You can't miscall that.
Do you want to bet?
Time Troopers. Time Troopers is nearly here.
Okay, Clock Soldiers. Right.
I got that was good.
Yeah, it was good.
All the 5 clues and you still didn't get it.
I bet Lee also didn't get it.
I bet he did.
No.
At Matt, I was like,
Matt.
I read out cards and then I was like, Matt is too easy because there's not many games that have
all
Matt.
All of them.
And fight.
Like
Matt and fight. I would have put that together.
Yeah, like wrestling. I would have put wrestling ring, Matt, wrestling mat, fight, yeet. I'd have said all-time wrestling.
Oh, man.
Or Rumble Slam. Slam.
I'm...
Cards, mat, fight, time. That's
era.
How long. Era. Yeah, it's different eras.
Nothing to do with Rumble
different
Slam,
eras of wrestling.
Anyway, it's nearly here.
From Hulk Hogan all the way up to Romance Reigns and others.
So I'm quite pleased I managed to get one over on.
I was bamboozled.
Bamboozled. That was a thing on Bamboozled, wasn't that a thing?
It was a thing on teletext.
Teletext.
I bet there's some listeners right now.
People are like, how old are these?
There's some listeners right now that were like, I love playing Bamboozled on teletext. I used to go to Channel 4 all the time and put it on teletext and then go to 194, which would go to teletext Bamboozled. And then you'd have the game and you'd have to press the number that resulted in the answer. And the little teletext man, little CFAX man would go, hello, I'm the little CFAX teletext.
Was it a quiz, was it?
It was a quiz, wasn't it?
It was a quiz.
And you had to multiple choice and you had to press a button in time and then it would flick to the next page. Very clever, very high-tech stuff teletext was. I remember teletext. My dad used to go, right, watch the news, and then he used to stick on teletext to see if the news was actually accurate to teletext. Did teletext have the relevant information for the news? And then you used to go on to the sport. Oh yeah, no, that's what you used to do. You used to have the radio on. You'd have Talk Sport on, listening to the football, listening to the Sunderland Football Club losing every time in the Stadium of Light, and you'd listen to the football on 5 Live or whatever. And then, but on the teletext would be on the television, of course, and the teletext would just have all the scores, and they would update slowly as the matches. Someone would score a goal. It'd be like, oh look, Sheffield Wednesday have scored a goal against Nottingham Forest. Lovely. Thank God we've got this teletext and it's so accurate. What people do on the internet now.
That's why we need board games, because people were watching teletext.
Yeah, I did not live a sheltered life. We sat around on a Saturday night after the Generation game and watched teletext together. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Call in if you missed teletext. Do you remember when teletext... Do you remember when they updated teletext? When we had digital TV came in for the first time after the analog, the digital switch over that we had.
That sounds so old.
DAB, the digital TV came in. Yeah. And it took over, and then there was a special kind of teletext. But this teletext was like colour, and it had actual pictures and real words. Well, teletext had real words, but it wasn't all like pixel art. It was proper pictures. It was like proper teletext. It was like it looked more like a website on your screen rather than a weird pixelated teletext.
Okay. Right, I'm glad you gave us the history of teletext. I'm not sure what that has to do with board games.
I remember when the Spice Girls introduced our 5th channel. That was really exciting as well. The Spice Girls were like the people that drew, main people behind Channel 5. Do you remember when Channel 5 first launched? It was the Spice Girls who did the big advertising campaign for the channel. And it was like, yeah, Channel 5. Because when we only had 4 channels, and then 4 channels growing up, and now you've got 400 that show the same thing over and over again. Oh,
yeah, but I suppose now
kids these days won't know. They don't understand.
The equivalent to teletext is essentially watching QVC and just laughing at how silly that.
QVC is wonderful. I would do that as a job. Hi everyone, look at these pillows. Do you want to buy a pillow? They've got some fancy thing inside that make them plump up quicker. Don't you want plumpy pillows? They've got G-string technology or whatever it was called. Foreskin technology or some weird stuff.
That.
GX pillows or something.
GX, yeah,
it was like GX pillows, and
they had X elastic X's inside. That
and they were extra plumpy. But they'd said if you sleep on your side or your back, you'll have the most comfortable sleep ever. But for God's sake, don't sleep on your front; you will die.
They didn't say that. They said they couldn't guarantee.
They couldn't guarantee your life would be actually available to you if you slept on your front.
No, they said
they don't cover you for death.
They don't encourage you to sleep on your front, but it did sound like actually you were...
because you've got. I mean, what I find most of the time when I'm asleep and absolutely unconscious is I've got so much control on how the fuck my body goes. But that's good. That's good. And Hobbycraft TV is the one. I tell you, it's so good.
Right. Okay.
Also, it's pre-recorded, so it's not quite as exciting as the live ones that anything could happen. They could drop the Ming vase they're selling. That's really exciting stuff going on.
They did. They dropped a bowling ball on this pillow.
I know. Yeah, they did. They dropped a bowling ball on the G-string pillow, and it pumped straight back up. They were right. They were 100% correct.
Yeah, but all pillows do that when they're new.
Mm.
But once you've slept on them for a while...
well, they said that the G-string pillow won't do that.
Well, so it was 40 quid.
That is a good point. It was like £40 reduced from 80 for two. And it was like, well, 20 quid for a pillow. I don't care how many G-strings it's got in it. Can't be good enough for 40 quid. 40 quid for a pillow. Whew, I wouldn't pay that for a good night's sleep. Sleep on a rock, which I've done. I've not done.
Oh, wow. This is getting really... off topic.
Okay, sorry. What were we talking about?
No idea. I think we need to...
events. You were talking about events.
Yes, but if you want to run an event,
yes.
Run an event. That didn't come out right. If you want to run an event, you need
teletext.
Some good games.
Oh.
And if you want to get good games, then I've got just the place.
Have you?
Imagine if every time you bought a board game, someone personally made sure it arrived in pristine condition with a thank you note tucked inside. Visit boardgamers.com. We've all dealt with faceless automated warehouses. Well, no need to anymore. Every game is packed with care, beautifully presented with a handwritten note. It's a personalised service that makes unboxing your new game so much more satisfying. Upgrade your collection and go to boardgamers.com. What's the code they should use?
They should use the code GetIntoGames because that will give you 5% off your purchase when you go to boardgamist.com, a wonderful website who's a fantastic sponsor of the old Podocast.
Podocast. Right.
That's it.
Sensible now.
So,
you were mentioning there are some sealed deck events, Twin Suns events. There is a Lorcana sealed side event. There is lots of different Star Wars Unlimited events. So Twin Suns being one, a sealed deck being another. There were a few others that I saw.
Trilogy events.
So if you are interested in your TCGs, then there is lots for you to get involved with. If you've never played a TCG, then you will be able to have demos of the TCGs at UKGE in the demo area.
Yes, definitely go to
Ravensburger for Lorcana and Asmodee.
Go see Rob. Go see Rob at Asmodee and do some good Star Wars Unlimited demonstrations.
Yep.
Yep.
There is going to be some Blood on the Clock Tower live.
Nice, yes. John Gracie.
And some Werewolf live.
Yes.
With our good, well, I wouldn't say good friend. I would say
our most hated rival, Jonathan Gracie.
No, I thought maybe good friend sounded like we knew him a little bit more than we've had him on the podcast, and we do talk to him when we see him, but do
you want to just pass me the shovel?
I was going to lead with good friend, but that sounded like too... I don't know. Anyway.
John Gracie's doing those things. He always does, and he's
John
very good at his job. And he's a wonderful human, and he's a very good friend.
Yeah. And I think they would be well worth checking out. I think you will have a lot of fun. I would love to stay for Blood on the Clock Tower live, but I feel like we will have to get back home to see the kids at some point during the weekend, so we may have to miss out on that. There is Nightmare Live.
Oh yeah.
There is something called the Jolly Box, which is done by the guy who does Jolly Boat Live.
Okay.
It's like an interactive game thing, which is quite cool. And there is Call of Cthulhu Live as well. All good things to get involved in. There's also, have you heard of the Bridge Command?
Oh yeah.
So you can run your own starship. I think you will take
It's like a simulator, isn't it?
Yeah,
Starship
you will take
simulator.
On roles and
it's like a Star Trek simulator kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was last time. But, that always looks quite good to get involved with. So they were the tournaments and the events. Interestingly, I saw on Instagram today, I think it was, that they're having an indie market. It's called the Bastion Indie Games Market. Nice. So it's meant to be similar to the Tokyo Games Market. They have asked people, small publishers who maybe only have 20 or so games, or just want to get their or on the periphery at the moment, but want to get their games a little bit more
like the platey games and stuff like that.
No, I don't think it's even as big as that. I think it's for up and coming of. I've only got a few prototypes of this game.
Oh, that's cool.
Type thing. So they had a similar thing at Aircon, didn't they? But that will be
that seems to be a thing that people are doing a lot of. Yeah.
Is your dice bag looking a little thin, or are you just a dice goblin in need of a fresh fix? At Mystery Dice Goblin, they've got you covered. All the dice you could desire, accessories, and much, much more. Looking for dice sets or dice with a liquid core, or even willing to delve into a mystery bag? Use the code
YEET. That's not the code. Go to mysterydicegobblin.com/get-into-games.
Will they be at UKGE?
They're everywhere. They'll be at Comic-Con this weekend. Excellent. They'll be at everywhere. Go to Comic-Con this weekend. If you're at Comic-Con, go see Asmodee. They're showing off some My Little Pony and some stuff. Mystery Dice Goblin will be there. There'll be lots of board games to see at Comic-Con, and they will also be at UK Games Expo. Ooh.
So the only other two events that I thought were worthwhile mentioning is that UKGE do a £1,000 giveaway, don't they? Is it on each of the days?
Every day, yeah.
So Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
There are massive posters. You have to take a selfie of yourself next to one of these posters.
Yes.
You get entered into a prize draw.
Yes.
You go to the
live stage
area at a certain time, and then someone will win £1,000, which is quite a cool thing,
Yes.
As we know from Aircon, sometimes it's people you know. So Toddcast won one of the raffle prizes. You've got to be in it to win it. You never know. Yes. It could be you.
Speaking of the offline gamer, we should also make sure that you are keep following them on the Instagrams, the Facebooks, and the YouTubes, because they do on their website, they'll do an official UKGE map. UKGE obviously do a map, and they have a map that has the big stands. It will Asmodee will say Asmodee on it. Board and Dice will have Board and Dice. That will have it, but all the other spaces have number 728,
and you have to look
and you have to work it out. Whereas the offline gamer create a map with the names of every single person whose booth is on each space, so you can literally look at the map and go, right, this is that person, without having to do that. So they are well worth following and checking out to make sure that they're which they should be. As soon as UKGE update theirs, they'll be updating theirs, so all good.
And the only other event that I was going to mention is the Pin Collective.
Was that back on?
Well, it says so.
Oh, nice.
Did you know that it wasn't on?
No, I just know it went swimmingly well last year.
Oh, right. Well, it was mentioned on their website.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
So certain stands will be involved in the Pin Collective. You can go around and is it a fee? You can get
I would recommend, if you are interested in the Pin Collective, when you go to get the pin, you don't have to pay for the pins. You pay for your initial ones to trade, and then you go and collect them.
Right.
But you collect them from the stands. But what would be really nice is if, I know it's exciting to collect pins, but what would be really cool is if you actually played the game and demoed the games on the stands. And
were people not doing that last
No,
year?
they were just going around for the pins. So some people got quite, and rightfully got quite a bit annoyed by it, because they were getting lots of people coming over for the pins, but not actually interested in playing the games. So play the games that the people have put there, and also don't complain about some of the companies that do have pins, because they're part of the Pin Collective, and all games are fun.
Yeah, I've obviously been living under a rock. I've not heard any of this. Anyway, the Pin Collective is great.
Often,
but also there are often, like, we usually have some.
Yeah, we'll have some badges, and we'll do our competition again, I think, this year.
Yeah, and lots of other Instagrammers and podcast people, content creators often have pins for
badges and stuff that they're handing out and around. So there's a lot of things. I think Rosie, Cozy Board Games, will be having her trinket trove again at Geeky Meep, probably at the Geeky Meeple stand, which is something she did at Aircon this year, which was basically a little trade. You bring something and you trade for something, so you might swap a sticker for something, or whatever for a whatever. So yeah, that's quite.
There's not always quite thing nice. Called a something, but yeah.
Well, you could swap a something for a something if you find a something in there. Right, that's it.
What are those things that she collects?
Edamame beans. If you find some edamame beans in there, just check the best before date. I don't know.
I don't know. They're little, like, green people.
You're saying a lot of words.
I'm probably saying.
You said so many words right now that I don't understand.
She collects these little green.
Yeet.
Okay.
Probably.
I can't remember what they're called. Smithskis or something.
You're talking to someone who you want to pay attention, but he's not going to.
Okay, fine. So get involved. Maybe bring your own pins. That'd be cool.
Yes, I want to see your pins. And make sure, if you do bring pins, bring some threaded. Bring them pre-threaded, because no one likes to try and get them through the eye of the drawing pins.
Nobody's bringing needles.
Needles? Jesus Christ, you can't bring them in. Can't get them through security these days.
Pin badges are just fine.
Yes.
But it's a nice way of meeting people, swapping badges. It's nice to... I think last year I sent all my pins to the Cajun Games.
To PJ, you did. Of Meeple to Meeple. Listen to that podcast, because this week he had Ryan from Storyteller Games, which is also on Kickstarter, fully funded, well worth looking into. If you're wanting an entry into D&D, then that is definitely a game to look into. And there's a lovely interview on Meeple to Meeple, so go check that one out and listen to PJ talk about jacket potatoes and not know what a jacket potato is, because he didn't know what it was. He was like, I don't know what a jacket potato is. And then it was a baked potato, because apparently in America land
they call them baked
potatoes. Yeah. And then he was saying, and I said to him, what's the best topping? And he was like, cream cheese and chives and
we have
sour
that.
cream and chive. Yeah. I was like, what is that? That's not a bean.
Because of course everyone's got to have the same opinion, isn't it?
No, because I don't always want a baked bean. Sometimes I want a prawn with a lovely red pinky sauce on it. Or I want chili konkani, or I want something else on my jacket potato, or I want some pulled pork. Yeet. I want something a little bit different, something a little bit yummy.
But cream cheese, that's too different for you.
Well, not cream cheese. I like cottage cheese.
Ooh,
cottage cheese with pineapple. Oh, it's the one. It's like slightly off. Like, so
I know what cottage cheese is. I haven't been living under a rock.
Well,
cottage cheese.
Well, now I've called something cottage cheese, and PJ's going to be like, "What in the blazes is cottage cheese?" And
I don't think this has any relevance to any.
Why are you going to have cottage cheese with pineapple?
Well, that's an episode for another.
I like cottage cheese. Why don't we have cottage cheese?
I don't know. Perhaps between this episode and the next episode, I will get you some cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese,
and you can let people know how it went.
Cottage cheese on a nice Rivita.
Right. I will get that on the next shop for you if you stop talking about it. Now.
Okay.
So, so if you fancy any of those events...
All cottage cheese on a Rivita?
No, that's for next week.
Okay.
You should check them out. Some of them are paid events that you might want to sign up to before they become sold out. Other ones are kind of turn up on the day events. But there's loads to do, so even if you miss out, I'm sure there are things.
There are like games. There's also like games of Blood on the Clock Tower that they run throughout the days, but you do have to get to that stand like first thing because it books out like insanely quickly. So when you are doing your running of the nerds, if you want to be playing Blood on the Clock Tower,
if you want to get there before the penguins,
if you want to get there any point before those penguins,
you got
that the Peacock has brought along inside boxes of Times Troopers, freeze dried, ready to be
like space food.
Yeah, ready to be like a little drip of water. Anyway, we've gone back there.
All the Time Trooper boxes are wet. They fell off the boat.
Yeah, they're wet.
And then all these penguins come out.
It'd be nice. I quite like the idea.
When Lee goes to Zartu later.
Yeah.
Sorry, we seem to have been overrun by penguins.
Yeah. Sorry, where's our copies of Time Troopers? I don't know, but here's a lot of penguins for you. They've all got tags on.
Here's 784 penguins.
When you go to the Molinera stand at Expo and you find
there'll be real penguins.
They've got no games, they're just selling penguins. They're like, here's a penguin. Penguins with purchase.
Mike's mum knitted all the penguins. Well, she won't need to now. They'll just be real penguins. They'll need more square footage to fit all the penguins.
It's going to be like, would you like our upgraded copy? And they put literal rock hoppers on top of the stand. Here's a penguin. Oh, but I want to play as the seals. Well, that's an expansion coming next year. Sorry.
Need another vote for that?
We got to wait for Bees in the Rain to get over on the ships to bring them in. Oh, no, because they can get the seals at Norfolk when they go to Norwich Con. So you get half the game at Expo, and then you have to go
to Norwich Con.
You have to go to Norwich Con to get the other half of the game fully upgraded.
I hope they're in a different space for Norwich Con this year, or the seals won't fit in.
They are in a bigger space. They're a bigger space. They might have 7 tables.
Sponsored by Molinera.
They might have. You never know. They might have like 7 tables for open gaming this time. It might be quite exciting.
No, because they won't have any because the seals will be sat on
That's a good point. There will be seals. What time of the year is? Oh no, that's fine. Oh no, Norwich is summer.
Oh no, You're talking like it's really going to happen. You're like, oh no, it's not the time for the seals. None of this is actually real.
Seals... Sorry, what?
You know the seals. There aren't actually penguins. There are no seals.
There are definitely.
Imagine that.
No, there are seals. I've seen them.
I know there are seals.
But what I was concerned about is the timing of Norwich Con.
Yeah.
To know. Like, just to make sure the seals weren't having babies because they're more aggressive. And you don't want that in your game.
But they're not really going to Norwich Con. I love that you are thinking through a real-life problem to an imaginary thing we created.
I don't think you quite understand because I've legitimately sent a shipment of penguins to UKGE. So No, I don't think you understand.
On the website, it now says Living History Village and small assortment of penguins at the Molinera stand.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Lovely.
I'm going to be going to Haysborough with my big scoop, grabbing seals.
I think everyone should... So if you've listened to this podcast, you have to make a post that tags Molinera's games in saying "Can't wait to see the penguins,"
or just on any of their posts, just comment.
Can't wait to see.
Can't say wait to see the penguins
and the seals
at Norwich Con. Quite specifically,
I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Lee's going to be like, "What?"
He is. What? He's going to be happy.
Okay, right. I think we shall leave these lovely folk until next week, where we will talk about the exhibitors.
And to an exhibitor.
We might have to have an extra podcast just to talk about Time Troopers when it arrives.
And the WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
The
so
WrestleMania
who is the
results.
guest for next week?
It's Lee. It's not Lee.
Who is the guest
He's
for
not
next week?
welcome on my podcast. No.
Yes, he is.
I know he
all
is.
the time.
He's
Anytime.
going to come on to
Anytime
talk about. Okay. Well,
Time Troopers 2.
I'll quickly
He's going to come and talk about Time Troopers 2.
Yes, he is. He's going to. What Time Poopers? He's going to come.
No.
Get him and John to come on to talk about Time Poopers.
No. Who is the guest?
Pooping through history.
Who is the guest?
Well, we're hoping that we might have a returning guest.
A returning guest?
A returning 2 guests that are both going to be showing off their wares, not their literal wear. Hopefully not their literal wares. We might well be having a certain couple of boxed meeples coming onto the podcast next week to chat about UK Games Expo, what they're looking forward to, and all the things that we can talk about.
Paverson Games?
Paverson Games. We're going to be talking about... they're both working on Paverson this time.
Nice.
So we're going to be discussing all good
cocktails.
things. Ringos, cocktails.
When is cocktails out?
Yes, it is. You're right. Yes, but we're going to hopefully have a good old
Wrap it up
fun
quick.
time.
She's mentioned cocktails and we don't know the answer.
Oh my God, I don't know any answers to anything.
We only knew the answer to the penguins.
I knew when Time Troopers was coming. I knew I'd send a shipment of penguins. I knew where to get the seals from. And I knew something about teletext.
And I didn't know anything about cocktails.
Oh, yes. But if you would like to subscribe to all of our things, we're on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and Netflix. We're not on Netflix.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? That would be awful.
The Get Into Games show live on Netflix. It'll be like the Joe Rogan. I'm the Joe Rogan
Craig's going to start a new teletext.
I'm the Joe Rogan of board game.
You are not the podcast. Joe Rogan of podcast.
Yeah, the Joe Rogan
of
board game podcast. That's me.
Wow. You put yourself on a pedestal.
No, I didn't. If it's Joe Rogan, it's a pretty shit pedestal to be fair. Oh, God.
This is derailed. Or I'm supposed to keep you in check, but this has derailed.
I think this has been the best episode of the podcast I've ever been part of. Like, I quite like...
You're quite proud of this one.
I'm very proud that we've managed to talk in depth about teletext and the Spice Girls opening Channel 5. I think it's premium content. I think it's premium content. This is a premium space. If you like your game advertised...
like, I thought he was about 25. What the...
If we... What? I am. I just like old ancient history.
I've just got a few older TVs in my house.
I've just got a few CRTs. They're the best for actually.
Oh my God.
I mean, to be fair, if you were watching standard definition television, which most channels on Freeview are, the CRT is probably the best way to watch a television. Also, probably a HD ready plasma is probably the best screen that you can watch. OLEDs are pretty good at that. Anyway, so where can they find you?
Mrs. Get Into Games on Instagram, mostly there, on Facebook, on there, and
and if you want to find me, I'm out and about.
Find him walking down to the shop.
If you see me,
remember, you're like the Pied Piper of Hamelin. You just got all the penguins following.
Just remember, if you see me, a little nod, and we can check each other's pants out.
Oh, great! Oh no.
We just point at each other, go, show us some merch. Like
everyone be avoiding you like the plague at UKGE, just in case.
Thank
you
God.
Ask them to drop their kinks.
Is this all I had to do to get some alone time?
Oh no, he's coming at me, quick!
It'll be like the Spider-Man meme where it'll be like, fingers out, yeah, pants down. Right, okay. Yeah, maybe that's it. Hashtag fingers out, pants down.
No, that is not a hashtag.
It should be.
Snapchat though. If anybody has played Acropolis, let us know what your stats were.
Yeah, we can chat about the stat abouts. That'd be fun. Anyway, it's been wonderful. This has been the breast episode.
This has been the breast episode.
This is the breast episode of podcast ever made. And I know
I need another cup of tea.
I need a glass of vodka, another vodka.
You haven't
lemonade.
been drinking.
No.
Right. Anyway.
Left. Anyway.
Remember to
go to get your tickets to UK Games Expo.
Exactly.
And get into the games.
Get into games.
Get into gamesonair.com/. Bye.